Good morning. It is October 31st, 2022, 9 a.m. in the morning. As you're watching this, if you're in the Pacific time zone as I'm recording this, it is October 30th on a Sunday, 9:01 a.m. Oh, coincidentally, the same normal starting time. Did not plan that. This is Windows Daily number 86. The prior Windows Daily was number 85 on Friday. But this is a little different today because I'm doing a tryhackme.com episode, which I was not intending to be intermixed into with Windows Daily. But I'm going to try that because I haven't been giving enough attention to it. My tryhackme.com number 2 was 2 weeks ago. And then 3 weeks ago was my tryhackme.com number 1. And I need to get to these more often, and I just don't have enough time in my day to do 2 videos. So I'm going to try once in a while at least doing a tryhackme.com during the Windows Daily episode. I signed into the website already, and this is what they're showing. I've got a green check mark for Intro to Offensive Security, meaning I've completed it. I have a little bit left for the Intro to Defensive Security, then Careers in Cyber. And I think that might be the beginning of this first level they have, I suppose. So I'm going to click on Intro to Defensive Security and that Resume Learning button. I guess it could have gone to either of those. I'm going to go back and see. Does Resume Learning take me to that same spot? Probably yes. So here's the task 1 and 2 complete. And now task 3. And what we have here, practical example of defensive security. What would be a typical task that you will be doing as a security analyst? Click on View Site to follow along. Now, let me give you a little disclaimer right here. If this subject doesn't interest you, if it doesn't interest you to see me reading through these screens, learning these screens, then don't watch this video. What would be a typical task that you'll be doing as a security analyst? Danny executed binary file. Oh, there's a file that he was tricked into doing that because it was named image.jpg. And if he had Windows Explorer, File Explorer, configured to not display known extensions, then he wouldn't have seen the .exe. He would have clicked on it and actually run a executable program. New alerts. Bob made 5 failed login attempts. Alice logged in at 3 a.m., which is suspicious time. Charlie logged in from a new location. These are kinds of things that as a defensive security analyst you would be watching for within your organization. There's a View Site button, but before that I'm going to go read through this. You are a part of a security operations center known as SOC, responsible for protecting a bank. This bank's SOC uses a security information and event management system, another acronym. Thank you very much, because I wasn't seeing enough acronyms in here. SIEM, SIEM, Security Information and Event Management System. A SIEM gathers security-related information and events from various sources and presents them via one system. For instance, you would be notified if there is a failed login attempt or a login attempt from an unexpected geographic location. Moreover, with the advent of machine learning, a SIEM might detect unusual behavior, such as a user logging in at 3 a.m. when he usually logs in only during work hours. So that is basically highlighted all of these things up here. I'm going to try zooming in on that. Yeah, and that makes it easier for you and for me. In this exercise, we will interact with a SIEM to monitor the different events on our network and systems in real time. Some of the events are typical and harmless. Others might require further intervention from us. Find the event flagged in red, take note of it, and click on it for further inspection. Next, we want to learn more about the suspicious activities or event. The suspicious event might have been triggered by an event such as a local user, a local computer, or a remote IP address. To send and receive postal mail, you need a physical address. Similarly, you need an IP address to send and receive data over the internet. They were trying to draw the connection between postal mail and email, but it's not really. IP addresses aren't just for email. They're for any interactions of your device, your computer, with the internet. An IP address is a logical address that allows you to communicate over the internet. We inspect the cause of the trigger to confirm whether the event is indeed malicious. If it is malicious, we need to do action, such as reporting to someone else in the SOC and blocking the IP address. Now let me give you a little more pointer as I'm going through these try-hack meetings. You might want to speed up the video so that you're hearing me at a faster pace, faster tempo than I'm willing to talk. And also, as a point of information for you, I don't read this slow when I'm just reading through something. However, I find that it locks it into my mind more if I actually read it through like this. I might, as I'm reading privately, I'm not actually pronouncing the words through my mouth, but pronouncing them in my mind in a regular speed if I really want to grasp the material. For recreational reading, I'm kind of more of a sight reader. I'm not actually pronouncing the words in my head. What is the flag that you obtained by following along? So here's the answer. So once I go do the drill at the site, I can put in the answer. And the answer is going to be in this format. Whoops, I got to show you this. What is the flag that you obtained by following along? Answer format. It looks like to me like there's going to be 3 characters and then curly braces and several other characters. So that's what I'm looking for as the answer when I go into this view site. This half of the screen is your lesson exercises used within tasks. So that's this side of the screen. And then I work over here. Now this done, is that after I've gone through all of this that I'm supposed to click done here? Or do I click done when I finish reading this paragraph? I'm not sure, but it looks like this side is active, so I'll go with that. Now I can't see all of that out here, and that's because I have it zoomed in. So I'm going to use Control -sign to zoom back down to where I can see it all. 30%, 40%, 30%, operations, information, countries, UK, Brazil, Russia, US, China, North Korea, alert log. So here's dates and messages. And it looks like I've just got these 5 items to deal with, all on July 16th, all pretty close in time. They start at the bottom. This is the oldest, so I'm going to go in that sequence. Logon failure, specified account's password has expired. So somebody's trying to log into an expired account. Oh, let's move me off that way. Then 13 minutes later, multiple failed login attempts from John Doe. And then 2 seconds later, the user John Doe logged in successfully. And then, oh, that one's red. These are green. This one's red. July 16th. This is almost 3 hours later. Unauthorized connection attempt detected from this IP address. And then 2 minutes later, 1 minute and a half later, successful SSH authentication attempt to port 22 from IP address .149. So that is a suspicious sequence of events. Now here I'm showing 1 of 3. I'm going to try clicking. Yeah, security attack, security suspicious. So that's the different colors. The blue color is operations information. Is that referring to these? And then if I click onto the 2nd of 3, security attack. Is that what they're considering this one to be? And then suspicious. Yeah, I don't think these colors correlate to these. Now, if I click on this, oh, it does take me to something. Check by IP address. Gives me a scanner. So I need to know what that IP address is. Can I click on this dot up here to go back? Yes. So here's that IP address. 143, 110, 250, 149. I think I typed that right. Highlight it and Control-C, copy, and submit. Invalid IP address entered. Okay, maybe I got that wrong. 143, 110, 250. 143, 110, 250, 149. Oh, I transposed the 1 and the 2 from those two positions. Do I have it right now? No, the last octet is 149, not 249. IP scanner is confidence of the IP being malicious, 100%, China Mobile Communications Corporation. And here it looks like I have a defensive security button. Oh, that's just the whole overall. Now I'm kind of locked up. Nothing responding. Did I go outside of their expected clicks? Click done here. And I'm supposed to put in that answer. What is the flag that you obtained by following along? The flag that I obtained. Let's try putting that in again. That in my copy buffer. 110, 250, 149. A flag. There's a flag. There are many open source databases out there like AbuseIPDB and Cisco Talos Intelligence, where you can perform a reputation and location check for the IP address. Most security analysts use these tools to aid them with alert investigations. You can also make the internet safer by reporting the malicious IPs, for example, on AbuseIPDB. Now that we know the IP address is malicious, we need to escalate it to a staff member. We shouldn't worry too much if it was a failed authentication attempt, but you probably noticed a successful authentication attempt from the malicious IP address. Let's declare a small incident event and escalate it. There is some great staff working at the company, but you wouldn't want to escalate this to the wrong person who is not in charge of your team or department. Choose to whom you would escalate this event. So here we got 4 different names. Sales executive, no. Security consultant, maybe. Information security architect, maybe. SOC team lead, that seems most likely. So I'm going to choose that one. Choose staff member. You got the permission to block the malicious IP address, and now you can proceed and implement the block rule. Block the malicious IP address on the firewall and find out what message they left for you. So this is in demonstrating to us the way that a particular SOC in a particular company might have their workflow set up, where at the level that I'm working, I notice a suspicious activity. I send that to the SOC team leader, and they have sent me back authorization to implement a block rule for that IP address. Which one? Here's the block list. Oh, here's the existing block list. and I need to add another to that block list. I'm going to Control V for paste. That paste buffer has the incorrect address, so I'll make my corrections here. It was 110, 250, 149. I got 3 numbers transposed there somehow. And I'll click to block the IP address. And here is my quiz answer. THM threat blocked. Now, can I paste that into this field? Yes, I can. And I'll submit that. Yep, answer correct. And I got all this confetti falling down. Congratulations. Lets me share that with somebody. I'll go on to the next room, careers in cyber, and that'll be for another day. That's the end of this video. And now I'm probably going to be sending you on to Ken Stout's Daily Da Vinci Debacle episode for today. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.